Hello there! So, at the end of November, I went into Michael's, which is my favourite arts and crafts shop. It was Black Friday at the time, everything was cheap on sale, and I came across this awesome sketchbook.
Look at this here, like black drawing paper? How cool is that?
Of course I ended up buying it because, you know, I've never used anything like this, and it's creatively challenging, and we all know what I'm like with creatively challenging things. I genuinely have no idea what on earth I am supposed to do with this paper at all. I initially wasn't sure even what supplies I could use. Like, I thought maybe coloured pencils. You can't use acrylic paint in here because it's not mixed media paper. Watercolour paint would not show up in here whatsoever for obvious reasons. Until I noticed on the front, I read it. It's always good to read the instructions. It says you can use colour pencils, gel pens or metallic markers, and I actually have all of those things, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be trying to fill a page of the sketchbook, and wish me luck.
Here we go. This is the Canson black drawing paper, the XL black drawing paper. There's 40 sheets, 9 by 12, and apparently it's premium quality, so there we go. I think pastels would look really cool on this, but I really do not like pastels in the slightest, so I don't think I'm going to go with those today. So for the pencils, today I'm going to use this set by Arteza, because I've never used these ones before. I've actually never used any coloured pencils by Arteza before, and they sent me this awesome set. It's got a ton of colours in here. It's like one of those selection boxes you have at Christmas time with all the cookies, and then you think you've eaten them all, and then boom, underneath you've got even more cookies. Because they also said about gel pens, I have this set of gel pens by Arteza. They also sent me very kindly. So thank you so much to Arteza for sending me these awesome products. I'm very excited to try them. I love all of their other products that I've tried so far. Also, just to quickly mention, Arteza are paying me for this video to review their products, but all opinions will be my own, don't you worry.
Hello, it's editing Chloe here. I just wanted to quickly put this in because I didn't actually end up using the gel pens. I swatched them out, as you can see. They work nicely, especially like the silver and the gold. But I'm just not really a fan of gel pens, and using like a waxy finish coloured pencil, they just don't go together at all. So I swatched them out, but I didn't end up using them. So, you know, they're decent enough, but I don't think they got a fair enough shot being used on black paper, personally. Also, if you want to get 10% off anything on Arteza's website, you can check out the links below and use the coupon code ChloeRoseArt2, because I did forget to mention that, and it's a bargain.
Just going to quickly swatch all of these pencils for you. They're so creamy, like the way that they go on the paper is so creamy. Now I'm probably not going to use all of these colours. In fact, I think I'm going to do a snowy piece, which involves probably mainly like these colours. They also sent me these watercolour pencils, which I'm actually not going to use today, but I have used their watercolour pencils in the past. They're very good. I'm actually going to give these away on my Twitter at some point in January, so make sure you follow me there. Okay, so this is how all of the pencils swatch on the black paper, and as you can see, they're super vibrant considering they're on such dark paper. And they're very pigmented, and they're also very creamy. I'm not sure if you can just see how solid the actual colours are. Okay, you know what? Because it's Christmas time, I think I'm going to do a Christmas tree. Maybe with a little snowman to the side or something like that. I'm thinking maybe we'll do it like this way to probably clear our space. I'm going to do a little moon over here in the corner. And I think I'm just going to have like maybe a couple of hills or something like that. I literally am not looking at a reference for this, so I probably should, to be honest. I've never drawn a mountain with coloured pencils before, so this is probably going to look absolutely atrocious. In fact, you know what? I've never actually really drawn many mountains at all, or painted many mountains in my life. So, excuse my noobness at this. I'm really looking forward to the new year because I'm going to try and really do things a little bit differently on my channel. It's difficult because the kind of channel that I have, I'm constantly trying out supplies I've never used before, or I'm using supplies that are really cheap or not very good. So I'm constantly using something different, and as a result of that, I'm not good at any of the stuff that I'm sort of drawing with on YouTube because it's like my first time doing it. So it's really difficult for me to be able to really fully show what I know I'm capable of because I'm always doing something different. I hope that makes sense. I'm just like, I'm capable of so much better than half of the stuff that you see me make on YouTube, but I've got like 45 minutes to an hour to make these things, and then in that time I'm using a supply that I've never used before. So all of my work tends to come off looking a bit disappointing to me, purely because it's not something that I'm used to. You know, I love digital art, but I can't always make digital art videos. I feel like Bob Ross did an identical painting to this, and I'm just like somehow subconsciously pulling it to my mind. Okay, that's that weird one tree thing. Got a bunch of little trees just lying around here. I do like these pencils though, I must say that. I mean, I don't like what I'm actually making, but these pencils are very similar to Prismacolor. Like, they blend quite well. Just gonna stick another little tree here. Lots and lots and lots of trees. I wish Bob was here and he could just help me sort out my terrible mountains right now. The only good thing that's kind of coming out of this piece is that I realise how much I love these Arteza pencils. As someone that's only just started using Prismacolor pencils, I genuinely didn't think that these pencils, being so much cheaper, would even be remotely comparable. But they actually are. I'm very impressed with how similar the actual core of the pencil feels to Prismacolor. I'm going to put a little snowman here, but quite a big snowman, I think. Stick him right there. Okay, let's get a little orange. I'm going to give him a tiny little nose though. They blend so nicely. Look at that. I feel like they look so pretty. Maybe be a bit bold and put some purple in there. Let's hope I don't regret this. I'm going to give my little snowman a Santa hat. So the red doesn't really show up all that great, unfortunately. But it's there anyway. You know that it's there. You and I both know that it is there. There's one eyeball. Colour in the rest. Oh dear, what's happened there? I'm not going to give him a mouth because I think he looks cuter without one, to be honest. I don't know what pencil I just used. I've lost it. I think I'm going to be brave and do a little reflection in the water here on my little snowman. That was well off. Well done, Chloe. This black pencil, I tell you what, is so helpful when you're me and you mess everything up. So that's one thing you can't do with regular sketchbook paper. You can't just use a black pencil to hide up your mistakes, which I greatly appreciate, to be honest, because I just make a mess with everything that I do. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on these pencils, if you've tried them, or if you've not tried them and you're just kind of watching me use them for the first time. And say you're a pencil expert, unlike myself, do you feel that these are performing like normal pencils? From my limited experience, these do feel the same as Prismacolor pencils to me. I feel like I'm drawing on a chalkboard because it kind of looks like chalk, the effect it's giving off, which is neat. Definitely messed up on my snowman though, putting that purple there. I'm just going to give him simple sticky arms just to make it easy. And actually I'm going to add some little stars, to be honest. No, maybe snow. Actually, you decide. Is this snow or are they stars? Am I pressing too hard on the paper? Like, can someone with more experience tell me, am I pressing too hard on the paper with these? Okay, I think I'm going to put a little line here to fully differentiate the water. As much as I'm stressing about this entire piece, and as much as it's very, very simplistic and quite basic, I've still enjoyed doing this. It was a good learning curve. That's one thing I will say. I do try a lot of different things all the time, but I do learn a lot. So I'm really impressed with these so far, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know I've not used like a massive colour range here, clearly. I've used about, I don't know, maybe 6 different colours in this piece, but they do blend really nicely. They remind me a lot of Prismacolor pencils in that they are kind of soft cored pencils. So I do press quite hard out of habit. I know that's not what you're supposed to do. But you get such a vibrant pigmented. Like, I really like the fact that because I'm using black paper, if I make a mistake, I can just use like a black pencil and then hide that mistake, which is, look at that, it just hides any form of mistake that I've made. So basically I just need to do that with the whole thing. I mean, how they last durability wise and how they last light fastness wise in comparison to Prismacolor, I don't know. What I do know is they are very, very affordable for the price, and Arteza are one of those brands that you you hear about on and off, and they're a newer art brand still, but honestly I've been very impressed with them so far. Made a bit of a mess because I didn't pre-plan this, but would I use black paper again? Absolutely. Would I use it to try and make myself look like a professional artist? Probably not. Would I use these Arteza pencils again? 100%, absolutely, definitely would. Look at the quality of that tree. It's like really late and I've kind of given up at this point. I've really messed this up because the moon shouldn't the moon shouldn't be in this. I've just realised the moon shouldn't even it shouldn't even be there. Why have I put the moon in there? I'm so tired. It's so late. I didn't plan this out and I've put a moon where it shouldn't be. I put a moon, it shouldn't even be visible in this water at all, should it? Let's just try and remove that, shall we? An insignificant, non-existent moon that should not have been there in the first place. It's very, very simplistic, but I kind of like it. I do like it. I like the concept of it. My pieces on YouTube, I normally try to do in under an hour because filming something whilst I'm drawing, it's quite stressy because you're working against a clock, as in the battery time, the SD card storage. So I always try to make a piece that's somewhat simplistic instead of being able to spend, hours and hours and hours on a piece every week in a video. It's just not feasible. So I've always got to spend like 45 minutes to an hour on a piece every week. But this is what I'm currently working on. As you can see, this is a digital piece I've been doing on my iPad Pro. This I've spent about, I want to say maybe 5 hours on. It's not done yet, as you can see, it's half done. But this is the kind of thing that I want to make more of in the new year on my channel. It's just I can't really do something this lengthy in every single video. You can't really see the details on camera, can you? But that's what I'm making. It's going to be on my Instagram if you want to see the final finished piece when it's done. If you celebrate Christmas, you all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and a happy new year as well. And thank you all so much for your support over this past year. It's been incredible. I'm going to take the next week and a half or two off of my channel and I'm going to be back with bigger and better content and art next year. So thank you so incredibly much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out the Arteza products in the link in the description below and your coupon code as well. And I think that's everything. So thank you so incredibly much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video.